Hello. Welcome to Verbling. Hi, I'm teacher Oakley, and in this class, we're going to talk about and maybe practice by using some exercises, some common collocations. Basically, we're doing vocabulary work, but really by looking at phrase building. Or in language education, sometimes this is referred to as chunking. Learning vocabulary by learning chunks of words, entire phrases, set phrases, collocations. Collocations, by the way, I should define words. Well, let's get into that in a second. Hi, Alexandra, again.
Hi again.
Hi, hi. Uh, Okay, we're doing what's sometimes referred to in some I don't know language theory classes. We're basically this week at this time. I'm kind of doing vocabulary learning through chunking, looking at chunks of words because, of course, in English we do speak in chunks of words. We do not speak one word at a time. I can't even do it at a. I automatically at a time I chunk words together. This is called chunking, but we're speaking in chunks of words, but we're learning vocabulary through chunking. Today, we're going to look at some specific types of collocations that kind of go together. A few verbs and nouns, adjectives, nouns, adverbs and adjectives. Okay, collocation, what is it? Well, okay, hang on. Let me say hello to Faisal. Hello, Faisal. Hey,
Hello, teacher. Good afternoon.
good afternoon. Nice to see you again.
Yeah, long time no see.
Yeah, a little bit. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Have you been up to no good, Faisal?
Yeah. Very well.
You didn't understand me. I
Yeah.
asked,
Yeah. Yeah.
uh,
I understand.
wait, let me type it in the Verbling chat. You should understand this. Hang on.
Okay.
Uh, okay, this is kind of a negative question. All right. I asked Faisal, I said, Faisal, have you been up to no good?
Oh, no,
Which
no, no,
means,
no,
have you been doing bad things?
no, no, no.
No, no, no.
This part is just being well, kind of that. Oh my God,
I threw you
it's
off.
embarrassing.
Okay. All right, I've thrown you off. Okay, relax, Faisal, catch your breath, and we'll talk to you in a little bit. Hello again, Heidi.
Hello. Nice to see you again.
Likewise. Okay, we're gonna look at some examples, maybe see if we can think of other examples, and then maybe do some exercises to identify and use word partners or collocations. Collocations, English language is full of them. We tend to use the same kind of groups of words. And sometimes it's very confusing. Sometimes it's confusing because it's not um, it's not logical. Is what it's not. These groups of words we use. For example, uh, I missed the bus. Okay, but I'm never going to say I lost the bus. I missed the bus. I caught the bus. Miss and caught are not exactly antonyms as far as verbs. They don't mean the opposite. So that's what I mean. Sometimes these collocations can be very confusing. Miss the bus, catch a bus. These are very, very common collocations, verb and verb and noun, but not also sometimes collocations. I can say, for example, catch. What else can I catch? Uh, Alexandra, I can catch a bus. What else can I catch?
TV shows or
You can catch a TV show? Yeah, you can.
yeah, kind of catch up in the new series of blank 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 kind of guy.
Okay, well, that's catch up. That's a phrasal verb. Now you're
Oh,
headed into other territory. Of course, I'm glad you brought that up, though, Faisal. Obviously, phrasal verbs are kind of a type of collocation, but they're a very specific type, so we tend to think of them more as a specific, um, a very specific thing. Phrasal verbs actually have their own meaning, often completely different than the dictionary definitions of the words. So we tend to think of that as a totally different, maybe subgroup. Obviously, it's a collocation, but we consider phrasal verbs to actually be one word, even though obviously it's made up of more than one word. It acts like one word. Okay, anyway, yeah, okay, you can catch a TV show, catch the news, right? You can catch a cold. Uh, obviously, all of these kind of collocations are a little odd because catch, well, you catch a baseball. That's a much more obvious, uh, concrete, and physical meaning. Uh, okay, well, there's a verb and a noun for you. He had to go to the hospital. It's a serious injury. All right, we just English speakers. This is an adjective and a noun. English speakers are just native speakers are not going to say he or very rarely are going to say he has a bad injury. Um, he has a grave injury. It's a serious injury. Um, how would we say, Alexander? Do you know he doesn't need to go to the hospital? Okay, it's not a serious injury. How can we say injury adjective, but only a small injury? I can use negative. It's not a serious injury. Is there another uh, adjective I can
I
collocate?
have several variants.
Yeah, as you might. English has,
Maybe
yeah. Okay,
a minor,
very good. Yeah, absolutely. A minor injury.
mhm,
Okay, it's very, very common. Uh, all right. Uh, Now, these two words, serious and minor, again, they're not exactly complete antonyms, but sometimes, can you think of another word, Alexandra, that we might use with a serious blank noun or a minor blank noun? I could use with both.
offense.
A serious offense, a minor offense. Very good. Excellent. Good example. All right. Problem. I have a serious problem. I have a minor problem. Okay, very good. So sometimes the same adjective will be used with a series of different nouns. And here we have serious and minor, the same adjective pair, I should say. Uh, okay, and actually I can say the same for miss the bus, catch the bus, but not always. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Faisal said he caught the TV show. Right, he managed to see it. I missed it. I missed the TV show that Faisal saw. Okay, this pair can be used for totally different meaning, totally different nouns. Um, but I am not going to say Faisal caught a cold, but I missed the cold. No. So it doesn't always work. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So that's what makes it a little difficult. Finally, here we see she was bitterly disappointed. An adverb, bitterly. Um, bitterly disappointed. Uh, okay. We also, here's another kind of collocation, an adverb and an adjective. Um, I can use other adverbs. She was quite disappointed. Uh, she was totally disappointed. She was completely disappointed. It is possible. There's not always just one answer. Sometimes there are multiple collocations to use with a noun. For example, or an adjective, as I just demonstrated. Sometimes, especially when in the area of verbs and nouns, oh wow, you're kind of stuck. Sometimes they're very simple, like do. You do work. I do my homework. I did my project. I did a job. I do the dishes. I do the dishes. What other verb am I going to use? Okay, it's possible. I cleaned the dishes. All right. I did my homework. What else am I going to say? I can't say I made my homework. I guess I can say I finished my homework. All right. There's possibilities, but there's one verb you use much more often, and sometimes there's really only one verb. For example, moving down here, looking at verbs and nouns, you start a car, or you can start a family. You begin a family. You start a car. Um, English speakers are very rarely going to say, I I turned on the car. Switched on the car. That's very rare. Uh, it's always start. Of course, I'm going to understand if you say I need to turn on the car. I understand what you're saying, but it's extremely rare. This collocation, verb and noun collocations seem to be more exclusive. Is what I'm saying. Heidi, what else can I start? Noun. Start a car, start a family. Can you think of any others?
Kick.
Kick? No. What? No, I'm wondering if there's another noun I can collocate, like start a car, start a family.
Not
Can
to
you
begin, right?
uh, not begin? Well, you don't certainly you don't begin a car. You could begin a family, I guess, but I'm not looking for another verb. I'm looking for another noun.
Initiate.
No, I'm not looking for another verb. I'm looking for another noun.
Another
Start. Start what? Start a car? I'm looking for. You're giving me different verbs instead of now. Instead of start, I want a different noun instead of car or family. Okay, Alexandra, can you think of? Sorry, Heidi.
Take up.
One more time.
Take up.
Take up. Okay, you're giving me verbs. I'm looking for a noun. Alexandra, can you think of a noun? Start, using start. And then what is something you can start? You can start a car, start a family, start blank. Can you think of anything?
Conversation.
All right, you can start a conversation. Okay.
Maybe start. No, start the conversation. It's not a collocation. It's very direct.
Yeah, it's very direct. It's quite direct, and there's many ways to say it. You can begin a conversation, initiate a conversation. So it's not really a collocation because there's many other very common ways to express it. Can anybody think of another one with start? I can. All right. Start trouble. We don't say he's beginning trouble. He's initiating trouble. No. I don't know why he's always starting trouble. All right, that, just as an example.
You start a job or
Start a job? Okay.
I was looking for another usage.
You can start a job. You can also begin a job. Start a job. Yeah, all right. Sometimes it's debatable. Is it a collocation or... Yeah. It's kind of... Start a job is kind of a collocation, I
I
guess.
start a job or something like that.
Yeah, I guess so. There is... Okay, here's the thing. As we're looking at...
New life.
Start a new life. Oh, there's a good one. Well, you can also say begin a new life, but start a new life is a pretty strong collocation. The thing is, some of them are very strong, like start a car. Some of them, start a job, begin a job, are less strong. All right, so you have very strong and weaker, stronger and weaker collocations. All right, miss a person, you can miss a lesson, you can miss an appointment. All right, you can miss home if you're away. Lots of collocations with miss. Tell, all right, tell has lots of collocations. You tell a story, you don't say a story. These collocations are chunking with tell and say. These are very important because these are strong collocations, all right? You don't shout a story, you don't relate a story, you don't say a story. You tell a story. A joke, definitely, you tell a joke. I want to say you a joke. No, that just doesn't work. It's always tell a joke. And truth and lies, same thing. You tell the truth. I wouldn't say the truth. I just wouldn't say that as a native speaker. It's always told. He didn't tell the truth. He told me a lie.
How about the narrator? Narrate.
Narrate a story? Sure.
Yeah.
That's possible. Okay, but there, narrate. It would be very formal. Okay, and actually, that's a good point. All right, narrate a story and tell a story. Either one can be used. Tell a story is far less formal. Narrate a story, of course, can be used. It's much more formal and kind of used for specific circumstance where somebody's actually speaking it. Okay, Alexandra. Bye. Okay. She has a phone call. Okay. Waste time or money. There's a very common collocation that you see all the time. I waste a lot of time at my job. I wasted money at the casino. Right. Okay.
For example, quiz 20 questions. Then someone asked, is it natural? The other person said, it's artificial. So we said, it's a waste of question.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, in that specific circumstance, sure. Okay. Anyway, hopefully you get the idea here. Now, another very common type of collocation, adjectives and nouns. Some of these are almost mandatory. A soft drink. Okay. I don't even know what else do you call it. Of course, I can call it. So I can say more specifically juice or soda, or a non-alcoholic drink. Well, there you go. But that's obviously a mouthful, lots of syllables. A soft voice. All right. A soft. Faisal, can you think of another noun we use with soft? Soft voice, soft drink.
Soft.
Soft
Oh.
touch.
Soft touch. Ooh, good one. Now you're getting it. Okay, very good. A soft touch. That's a great one. Um, that's almost. Geez, it's almost a. It is. It's a little bit of a. It's idiomatic. A soft touch. He has a soft touch in management. It doesn't mean he's touching someone softly. It means that he's not really strict, but he still
Software.
keeps control.
Software.
Software. Well, okay. Well, yeah, that's true. That's an adjective and noun which has actually evolved into just a noun, which happens. And actually, that's interesting that you point that out. Sometimes adjective and noun collocations actually develop into one word, one compound noun. All right. Email, for example, started off as electronic mail, then it became email, two words, and now it's email, one word. So that's a very good point. Software is actually a compound noun, but it used to be, it started its life as an adjective and a noun, then it became so common, it became a collocation, and then it became very specific, came to have a very specific meaning, and now it's really a compound noun. So, great. Hello, Ken. Welcome to the class.
Yes, hello.
Hello. We're looking at some collocations here. In particular, right now, we're looking at adjective and noun. Let's move on. A strong accent. A strong coffee. Ken, can you think of any other nouns that go with strong?
Strong competitor.
A strong competitor. Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, that works. Definitely. There's really no. How else do you say that? A strong competitor. To have the same meaning, there's really no. You can say a fierce competitor. That's another collocation, but that has a totally different meaning. That's a good one. Heidi, Faisal, can you think of another one for strong?
Strong-minded.
Strong-minded. Okay. Here. All right. Here we have another. All right. Much like software.
Strong wind.
Strong.
Strong as earthquake.
Strong earthquake, strong wind, strong rain. Yes, many things that have to do with weather. Yes. Strong-minded, all right, much like you had software developed into a compound noun, strong-minded has evolved into actually a hyphenated adjective. So it can go both ways. That's very interesting. You talked about software. I explained how that became a noun, simply a noun. Strong-minded developed into simply an adjective, evolved into that. But yeah, okay, strong can go with lots of weather words, absolutely. All right. Strong or weak coffee. Okay. How about hard? Hard work. A hard question. Faisal, can you come up with one for hard?
Hot, hot, hot gaming. No. Hot. I think I didn't have any idea.
Yes, you can. Faisal, you can do it. I know you can do it. Come on, Faisal. Give me an answer. Give me an answer right now. Oh, Faisal, I'm giving you.
Hot solutions. A hot solution.
Yeah, that's possible. Very good. Faisal, I was demonstrating. I'm sorry. I was giving you a hard time. I was picking on you. I was demonstrating a hard time. Okay, a hard solution. That's a good one, actually, Faisal. Very good. we had to come up with a hard solution. A solution that is difficult to implement is a hard solution. Okay. Anybody else can think of one for hard?
Sure, hardware.
Hardware. All right. Hardware, software.
Hard rock.
Hard rock. Oh, definitely. How else are you going to say that? All right. That's basically a two-word compound noun. All right. Well, there you go.
Kind of Deep Purple is a hard rock band.
Yeah. How else is it possible to even say that without using that collocation, right? So definitely. So, actually, some of your answers, you're kind of demonstrating the idea. These collocations, commonly expressed phrases, words put together, they develop into their own word after time. Hard rock, I think, is really has developed into a compound noun. It's just a two-word compound noun instead of a one-word compound noun like software and hardware. Sometimes they're weird ones and we may not know them. For example, a dry wine. If you're not a wine drinker, you might not be familiar with that. Obviously, dry weather, wet weather are very common. What else can be dry that may be a little odd? Can anybody? What's something else that collocates? Oh, an entire phrase. Does anybody know? How about a dry sense of humor?
Weather dry, so dry weather, we can say that. No?
Yeah, dry weather, absolutely. Yeah, it's right here. Dry weather. Yeah. A dry sense of humor, dry wine. Sometimes they're kind of odd collocations, but very, very common. Heavy has many.
Maybe dry humor means saying joke with poker face
Yes.
without laughing. Okay,
That's right.
got it.
You got it. Very good. Dry humor, right. So sometimes very odd collocations, but yeah, very useful. Heavy has many collocations with nouns. Heavy traffic, heavy rain, heavy smoker, heavy drinker.
Heavy metal.
Heavy metal. Very good. Yes, indeed. Heavy metal rock. Okay. Heavy sleeper. Lots of ER referring to people. Smoker, drinker, gambler, sleeper.
Heavy rotation.
Heavy rotation. Okay. What's that? Heavy rotation.
It's a song.
What's that, Faisal?
I know that's a song from a girl band in Japan, I think. Is that true, Heidi? Heavy rotation.
Heavy rotation?
Yeah.
Faisal is asking you guys, Ken can answer this too. Heavy rotation, is that a song by a Japanese girl band?
Probably AKB, right, Heidi?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Very good. The class all knows that. I do not, but I'll take your word for it. All right. Heavy, okay, also has often light traffic, light rain, light drinker. Not really. We don't really use light smoker. Okay. A great has also many collocations. A great success, a great time. Of course, we can use great with many, many nouns. Okay, adverbs and adjectives, another type of collocation. Often, okay, adverbs and adjective collocations not really as strong as verb nouns, not really as strong as adjective nouns. Adverbs and adjectives, likely there are other adverbs you could use, quite likely, but they're commonly together, the adverb and the adjective. All right, almost a standard phrase. For example, I'm terribly sorry to bother you. Okay, a standard interruption phrase. Excuse me, I'm terribly sorry to bother you. But is Stephen there? Okay. And you almost always, it's very common to have terribly sorry. It almost has a distinct meaning to show politeness. She is well aware of the problem. Okay. She is very aware of the problem. All right. She knows all about the problem. Okay. It is vitally important to make a note of common collocations in your notebook. All right. Vitally important. How else could I say this? Heidi, what other, besides vitally important?
Specifically urgent. Urgent is adjective.
Well, you could say urgently important, or
Mm,
especially important is, I think, a common collocation. It is especially important.
Extremely.
It is extremely important. Yeah. It is really important. It is very important. Of course, all right. Adverb, adjectives, collocations tend to not be as strong. Tend to not be, but he's fast asleep. Okay. This Ken, can you think of a different adverb to use instead of he's fast asleep?
Fast asleep. It means deep sleep, or
Okay.
deep sleep, or people who can sleep quickly.
All right, so deep sleep is an adjective noun collocations. So he is deeply asleep. Asleep is an adjective, so I would have to use the adverb. Deeply. So yeah, you got the answer I was looking for. Deeply asleep.
Quickly.
Or
No, not
fast
quick sleeper.
No, we can't say he's quickly asleep. Nope, that does not work.
Okay.
He's sleeping very deeply, hard to wake up. Deeply asleep, fast asleep.
Deadly.
You know, fast can be an adjective, right? If something, okay, on a ship, if let's see, something is, it's related to fastened, the verb to fasten. All right, you attach something to something else very tightly. So now that that object is fastened, I can say it is fast. All right, doesn't mean quick. It means tightly. He's tightly asleep.
How can I describe people who can sleep easily, very quickly?
Okay. Let's see. How could I describe that? He's a. How do you describe that? Now, you caught me unawares. I wasn't ready for this. He sleeps really easily. He goes to sleep really easily.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Fall asleep anywhere. I can't think of any collocation to give you here.
I see.
I
Okay,
have to basically explain the whole thing. There's not always an easy answer, an easy collocation. Right. Wide awake. Oh, okay. There's a strange collocation. Fully awake. Again, we can use fully. Wide awake. Completely awake. Entirely awake, I guess. All right. Anyway, basically the adverbs are just not as strong. Okay, we did some of these. Maybe we'll come back to that. Let's try some exercises, see what you remember. Get on the bus, get off the bus, right? Okay, what is the opposite? Get on the bus, get off the bus. Faisal, what is the opposite of a strong accent?
a strong, weak accent.
A weak accent. Okay. Is it really? It's a weak accent.
I didn't know.
It says earlier.
Are you in an internet cafe?
Not really. we would probably normally say instead of a weak accent, it's not obvious. It's not always the obvious. Actually, I wouldn't say he has a weak accent because we don't want any
Slight.
accent. A slight accent is the opposite. Okay. Well, yeah. Heidi wants to know where are you? Where are you, Faisal? Are you in a classroom or are you in a internet cafe?
No. Uh, Actually, I'm in the living room. So it's kind of a little bit noisy and
Oh,
something I didn't catch, but it's yeah.
it's okay as long as you mute yourself when you're not talking. It's okay. Heidi, Faisal has 27 brothers and sisters. That's fine. Just kidding, Faisal.
Yeah,
It's
sometimes
okay.
even the public teacher is broadcasting in a coffee shop.
Yeah, I find that to be extremely difficult. Okay, opposite. Heidi, what is the opposite of a strong coffee?
Weak, shallow. Oh no. What?
You know, you had it right the first time.
Weak,
It would definitely be a weak coffee.
not shallow.
No, definitely not shallow.
American. American.
American coffee? Yeah, maybe you could say that. I always put double the amount of coffee in my coffee because regular coffee is too weak.
How about watery coffee?
Watery coffee? That is possible.
Okay.
Yeah, that could that could definitely be possible. Um, but usually strong coffee, weak coffee, or a strong drink like alcoholic drink, a weak drink. Oh, I hate this bartender. He makes weak drinks. Okay, what is the opposite collocation adjective and noun? Nader, a soft voice.
Loud
Strong.
voice. No.
I'm waiting for Nader to. His mic isn't working. Yeah, okay. Nader, a soft voice? Don't know. Okay. Heidi had it. Heidi's right. A loud voice. Okay. Yeah, all right. Soft voice, a loud voice. Right. Oh, a strong voice. Okay, that's a strong voice, a weak voice. He has a very strong voice. She has a very weak voice. I can hardly hear her. But different meanings. A soft voice, a loud voice. Similar, but not the same. Okay. Ken, what's the opposite of an alcoholic drink?
Soft drink.
Very good. Tricky. Okay. Of course, I can say non-alcoholic drink, but much more common. A soft drink. Faisal, what's the opposite? Tell the truth.
Tell a lie.
Tell a lie. That's right. Okay. Okay. Heidi, what's the opposite of catch the bus?
Catch the bus. Opposite.
Yeah.
Take
So
off.
so you don't catch the bus?
Miss the bus.
There you go. Right. You're too late. You missed the bus. Exactly. Ooh, tough one. Nader, sweet wine. What is the opposite of a sweet wine? Nader, yes, your question. I like soft music. Soft music is definitely a collocation. We actually, earlier in the class, we talked about several collocations with music or rock, like hard rock, heavy metal. Soft music, yes. Definitely a collocation. Sweet wine. Okay, let me throw it out to the class. Nader does not know wines. What is the opposite of a sweet wine, or thought of as being the opposite?
Strong.
No. I can
Sour.
understand that answer. Sour. You might think so, and that would seem to be logical. But no. This answer's not all that logical.
Dry wine?
A dry wine. Very good. A dry wine is not sweet at all. In fact, it's slightly bitter, if anything. The fruity sweetness is not there. It's very dry, and it actually makes your mouth dry, which I believe is why it's called a dry wine. Okay, let's move on. Let's try some different. Fill in the blanks with a suitable word. All right, Faisal, first one's done. Half, sorry. Well, part of it's done. Okay. Faisal, read the whole thing and substitute in an answer. Faisal, are you there? All right. Don't know what happened to Faisal. Oops, Ken. I guess it was your turn anyway, really. Ken, number one.
Okay. I'm terribly sorry I'm late, but I missed the bus and had to wait ages for another one.
Ah, okay. There's another collocation there. Can you see it, Ken?
Wait ages?
Indeed.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's definitely a collocation.
Maybe he waited for several years.
Several years. Yeah. Several hundreds of years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I missed the bus. All right. Faisal, are you there again? No. Okay. Heidi, next one, number two.
I need to put verb.
Well, I don't know. Could be anything. Here it's probably a verb, yes.
Usually we use crack the joke.
Aha.
Cracks, no.
No. Although that is a collocation. Can't be used here, though. And there's a reason for that. He cracked a joke. Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. You have a collocation, but we can't use it here. What is the verb that belongs here?
Make fun.
No. Anybody? He blank everyone the same joke. But we can't use cracked. You can crack a joke, and that is definitely it's a good collocation. He cracked a joke at the party. He told everyone the same joke. Yes. Yeah, he cracked the same joke. He cracked Johnny the joke. See, that doesn't work. It doesn't work. I can crack a joke, but basically, I can't use someone as the object. And I have to use joke. Let's see. He cracked a smile. He cracked a smile at the end of the speech. That's possible. But I can't use cracked with a person as an object. It's just not possible.
How about make a joke?
Yeah, you can make a joke.
Okay.
But of course I can't. He made everyone the same joke. That also does not work.
Oh, really?
He made the same joke again. That's possible. He cracked the same joke again. That's possible. But I can't make everyone the same joke. I can make everyone an omelet. That's strange. I just can't do that. It's hard to explain. Faisal, are you back? Sorry. This one's Nader. Oh, okay. Faisal, great. Nader, how about number 3? We had snow in the night, and I couldn't blank the car this morning. I couldn't dot the car. I couldn't park the car. Okay. All right, your answer makes perfect sense. And of course, park the car. Park as a verb with car, of course, is completely natural and you would expect. Drive the car, okay. Obviously, you have to drive a car. You can operate a car, I guess. Move the car. All right, possible. Your answers are all correct because they can be used. Or because it snowed, cold weather often stops the car from even starting. I couldn't start the car this morning. Is probably the answer they're looking for because of the cold weather. But all of your answers, of course, make sense. Okay. Ken, number 4. Oh,
Okay, everyone said the party was was a hugely success.
you don't need an adverb, just an adjective. A success is a noun.
Huge success. Yeah,
Yeah.
not a verb. Yeah, huge.
Very good. Very good. I like your answer better than the book's answer. I think the book was looking for a great success, but as Nader says, a complete success, very common. A huge success. Complete or huge, I like those as better, more common collocations. Very good. Faisal?
Yes.
Yeah, number 5.
I think they want to get married and blank a family, start a family.
And start a family. Absolutely. Very good. All right. Excellent. Heidi?
We carried the suitcase up to the fourth floor, and it was very hard work.
Oh, yeah. Very hard work.
Hard work.
Okay. Yes, very hard work. I think hard work is
Tough work.
very tough work. That's possible. Okay. I think the most common collocation is hard work, of course. Yes, it's possible to use different words. It's very tough work. It's very difficult work. It's very strenuous work. All of those are possible. But I think those are just adjective nouns. I think hard work is the common collocation. Okay, Nader stepped out for a moment. So Ken.
Okay, it's extremely important that we finish work by the end of the week.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. Extremely important and very common collocation. Again, the adverbs and adjectives, you're going to find many possible answers. It's hugely important. It's very important. It's quite important. Okay, Faisal, number 8.
If this rain continues, I don't think he'll come. If this were that that right. If this strong rain continues, perhaps.
Okay, that's possible.
If this,
Probably, I think also that they're looking for heavy rain.
if
Okay,
this,
yeah. We tend, okay, let me explain something. We tend to use the collocation heavy rain. Oh,
oh,
we've had to talk about specific or even now. It doesn't have to be now. I mean, it can be past or future tense. To talk about specific. Okay, if this heavy rain continues, this heavy rain right now. We tend to use strong rain in a more general way. We're expecting strong rain. We had strong rain for a week at the beginning of the month. That, more generally speaking, it's tough. Either one, strong or heavy, would be okay. Heidi, number 9.
I don't drink coffee at night because it keeps me awake. strong coffee?
Sure.
How about thick? No, thick coffee.
Thick coffee. No. Good question, but no. That's not really a collocation we can use. It's a good question though, because it's a very good question because we can say, strangely enough, cocoa. Chocolate drink, hot chocolate. You can make a thick hot chocolate, but not coffee. And you would never say a thick tea, for example. Sounds weird. But you can use thick. I understand you're trying to do that because you can use thick for hot cocoa or chocolate. Ooh, make my hot chocolate really thick. Okay. Nader, are you back? From whither thou wentest? I really blanked my family when I stayed in Australia on my own last year. Nader, are you there? Okay. Ken, you really blanked your family.
I really wanted to live with my family.
Well, there's a long phrase.
There's no verb.
Sure there is.
We need verb here.
Yes, you do. Past tense verb.
No, miss.
Sure.
Miss works, yes. I really miss my family, yeah.
Right, and if we don't use missed, then you have to use a very long phrase to explain what missed means, as Ken just demonstrated, actually. Okay. Yeah, missed, of course. You miss someone who is away, and you emotionally would like to be with them again. Okay. Faishal, number 11 here.
I'm sure she is blind, aware of the problem. I'm sure she is. No. It's kind of adverb. Terribly aware or a serious aware. No. Urgent. Politically. I think it's kind of important, urgent. Aware for. No.
No.
Aware.
No. I'm sure she is. I think you're looking for some expression of complete, which kind of gives it away. She knows everything
Totally.
about the problem. She's totally aware of the problem. Okay. She is completely aware of the problem. She is entirely aware of the problem. She is well aware of the problem. Yeah, any of those adverbs would work here. Heidi, number 12.
My time on that. Oh, I wasted my time on that course. It was terrible.
Very good. Okay, waste your time. Of course, common collocation. All right. Nader, are you there yet? Okay. Ken. Oh. Okay, Nader's back. All right, Nader, you have a 2-blanker. When I went into the children's room, the boys were both blank asleep. There's your first one. But Angela was blank awake, reading a Harry Potter story. We're both falling. I think you mean falling asleep. Okay. Falling. Yeah, that's possible. Okay, what's another rest of the class? What's another possible answer? It is possible. Fast asleep. Yes, they were both fast asleep. They were both quite asleep. Oh, okay. That could work too. All right. Fast asleep is a very common collocation. They were fast asleep. The children were fast asleep. Yeah. And then the second one, Angela was what? Awake. Nader. Quite awake. Okay, it's possible, but Angela was, of course, there's many. Again, adverb, adjectives. There's many possibilities. Was I don't know awake? No, I'm kidding. Okay. What's a class? What's the common collocation?
Wide.
Wide. Wide awake. All right. Your eyes are open wide. You're wide awake. Okay. All right. Now this this is interesting. We only have a couple minutes. So let's try this. Faisal, what blank do you take? Medium or what?
What size do you take? Medium or large? Large.
Very good. Size, medium or large? Perfect. Very good. Heidi.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, number 2.
Fortunately, the shop I go to has a over shirt and jumper to choose from. Fortunately, the shop I go to has a 2 words.
2 words. Yes, we've already used large and size. All these words, wide, vast, large, broad, they all mean large, big.
Large size. Oh no. Wide. No. Size. Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Wide. Wide. No.
Wide? A wide what? Of shirts and jumpers.
Oh.
Not size. So one of these nouns.
Many kind of size I want to say. So
That's right. That's right.
bust. No.
No, I think you were right to choose wide. The adjective has to come first because you've got 2 blanks. So it's got to be blue, adjective, and then yellow, noun.
Ah.
I'm telling you, wide is right. A
Widely.
wide range. Yes, a range is a variety. Okay, you can say a wide variety, a wide range.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, a wide range. Very good. Okay, Nader. I've got very blank, but my waist is quite small. Okay. All right, blank. It's going to be an adjective, vast or broad, and then the noun, shoulders or majority. Broad shoulders, very good. Got very broad shoulders, and then last of all, broad shoulders. You don't say, very rare to say big shoulders, or wide shoulders is possible. Broad shoulders, very common collocation to describe shoulders. Narrow waist, very common collocation for waist. Ken, the last one. Ken?
Okay, a few men can't find clothes to fit them, but the size range are small, medium, or large.
Okay, but what did you say? The vast
Size range.
Oh no. This is referring to a few men can't find clothes, but the vast majority of men.
I see. That's majority. Yeah.
Okay. That's about it, Nader. I'm glad you liked the theme, collocations and chunking. I'll be doing this all week at this time, actually. Same idea. We'll be looking at collocations, different types of collocations, all week at this time. So maybe I'll see you in the upcoming classes over the next few days. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
See you.
Thanks a lot.
Bye.